Hello everybody, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes. Oh god, the frame rate.
Oh yeah,
God.
it is chugging.
This is PS4! Okay,
Mr.
spill your
Hamish,
guts.
can you explain to us what happened to the colonial collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
But, most likely maintenance work, tidying up.
You're not sure, then? But you're the deputy director.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
There's like fucking 3 of you. You would think you would hear what happened.
As deputy director, how is your relationship with Montague Dunn?
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes,
It's over
it
and
could have
done.
been better. You see, every
He left
Tuesday he
me
would carry out
at
his
the
inspection of the
chapel.
gardens, but it was solely to make an impression. Great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was overzealous and chaotic. So after all, it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that. If you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
Ended up like what? Apparently, you think he died of a heart attack, but we know he was poisoned. Spill
The
your
poison might have led to a heart attack.
Oh yeah, maybe. Cardiac
You
arrest.
mentioned that Mr. Dunn led a particular lifestyle.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed
Hookers, blow,
celebrating.
I mean, this is London.
He was a member
He
of the London
enjoyed
Smart Set. He was
partaking
famous for it.
of certain plants.
And
He had an eye for the ladies.
Ah, you were right.
Mr. Holmes.
Oh, I thought we were joking, but no, you're right.
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds
That's
the
usually what that
keys
means.
to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son. Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Again, you
Well,
are the
he
boss.
was never interested in Kew Gardens before. And now all of a sudden he's trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience.
What are you talking about?
None at all.
We talked to this guy. He's like a beta male, bottom bitch. And
Tell
you,
me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the
Listen.
more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Okay, go ahead with what you're saying. Something about him being a bottom bitch. God, the frame rate. Oh my god.
yeah,
This is a PS3 game running on a PS4, for fuck's sake.
Locked.
Ah, god. Okay, so we need to find Albert, interrogate that little twit. What, twit? Is twit a word?
well, it should be in here.
gentlemen.
Oh,
Yes.
hello. You look like you look like an Albert. You look like your name is Albert Crowley. Doesn't he? He has that face. He has a face of an Albert.
Oh no, I didn't see this guy. I was thinking about the other guy.
Red Eyes wept recently, consumed by grief. I don't think he had anything to do with his
Shading
father
cuts.
dying. It seems like this poor kid is getting
Well.
shit on by life, and he's just trying to cope. Although, he
Clean
could be a
hands.
very
So he's not a
convincing-
gardener.
That is true. He could be a very convincing actor.
Who is Miss Margaret White?
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to help out with the greenhouses. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to work at the seed house. That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
Yes, I'm aware of... No, I'm not.
Do you work here?
Yes, but part-time only, for I'm also studying botany at the University of London.
You're following in your father's footsteps, then. That is commendable.
Well, even if botany is not my strongest suit, there are people who say that I could be a good manager.
Yes, I suppose, if you prove yourself to be capable enough.
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Ah, at the moment I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know much about the other rooms.
Okay, I guess that's... But you have the keys, though, so...
I imagine that your relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
Yes, I cannot say that he was a kind man. He never listened to me at all.
I mean, but no one needed to actually.
work
No one needed the
Ooh,
keys.
Now, After
Because
his
remember, the
death,
guy was locked in
I've been
there,
pondering it over.
so the lock was broken.
Perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all.
Oh dear.
I have to follow his path. And I have to manage Kew Gardens. And I can do it. I can be as good as any other who works here.
Well, I mean, if you don't have a passion for the place, there's no need to force yourself.
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the deputy director?
He seems like a bit
Well,
of a
I
prick.
have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the deputy director of Kew Gardens.
He's
My
not?
father would not have tolerated it.
Indeed. That is most interesting. He told us that he was.
Yes, because he believes that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honour of being the garden's longest-serving employee. In fact,
Oh.
if we are to think logically at all, it should be me who takes over the management of Kew Gardens.
Wait, why though?
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
Why? Because he's the son
So,
of the previous
very little
owner.
in common.
But
Mr.
this
Hamish
isn't
loves
like a
his
family-run
plants and Kew
business. This is a
Gardens,
publicly owned
and I
space.
cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was
That
his
and-
relationship with your father?
He's going into botany as
Oh,
well,
he
so
hated my
he's...
father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. But my father treated Mr. Hamish in the
Where
same
have I
way as he
heard that
treated anyone.
before?
Dismissively. With indifference.
the last...
Yeah.
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employee's effects are private. I am sure you understand.
I'll just steal it off you if I need it. Don't worry
Thank
about
you,
it.
young man.
Don't
We
need
shall
to.
see
You
you
can
again
pick locks,
soon.
remember?
Oh yeah. Why the fuck did I ask for these keys? I could just pick locks. What the hell?
It was being polite, I guess.
Sherlock Holmes doesn't give a fuck about being polite. He just fucking forgot.
Most likely.
All I can think of is that scene in the Robert Downey Jr. movie where he's like trying to pick the lock, and then Watson comes over and just kicks the door open.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, thank you, Watson. All right, what am I doing now? Find the plant, inspect.
Well,
the
let's
Kew
check out the
Gardens.
rooms.
Yes. Okay. Wait, what did that say? Meet Miss Margaret at the Seed House. Oh my. This all looks. See, this is actually kind of a pretty neat place. I wouldn't mind hanging out here. It's probably a lot of work tending to all these different plants with all their needs, but
Mm-hmm.
I could see this being a nice little job, you know. God, frame rate,
Rehearsal.
please. Oh, hey, stop right there.
Look, Holmes, this charming lady must be Miss White. She's entering the seed house.
Let's ambush her.
Open.
Open. I uttered my magic command. Open sesame. Oh my fucking god.
Good
I don't know
day
why
to
that
you,
got
miss.
me.
You have some very beautiful plants here.
Who are you? Why are you
Well,
here?
thank you, sir, and good day to you too.
Oh, that's a nice
But-
belt buckle.
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is my good friend, Mr.
Your
Sherlock
name is
Holmes.
John?
I am honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen.
You're a doctor?
My name is Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
I would be genuinely
Yes, I am
surprised if
he.
there was another
What a
Sherlock
pleasure
Holmes.
to see you here at Kew Gardens. Are you working
I would
on a
not be
case?
surprised.
Really? You think people are just naming their children after Sherlock Holmes in admiration?
Nope. I think it's more of a, like, oh, hey, you know what? I want to be known as Sherlock Holmes. I'm just going to live away from London. Call myself Sherlock Holmes. You know? Ink marks. Oh.
Ooh, okay. I did not know that was a
Poor.
thing. He just points out, poor!
Wow, you
what am
must
I-
be poor, I see.
Unmarried. Oh, her hands again. Okay.
Fingers.
There we go. Bum, bum, bum. You dress well enough, though.
Yes, a theft of plants that took place here a few days ago after their most recent exhibition.
Oh yes, of course. I quite forgot about
I
that.
thought you were here about the murder. My mistake. How silly of me.
Oh, it's
Who said anything about a
quite
murder?
understandable that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss. After the tragedy that took place here.
What tragedy?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
The director was a truly good man. It is such a terrible misfortune.
You are the first person
Good
to
in what
say...
way?
You are the first person to say something nice about the fucker. Apparently, even his own son thought he was a dick.
Would you happen to know
Yeah, exactly.
why part of the
Good in
colonial
what
collection
way?
is closed?
No.
What is your
never
relationship
been
to this man?
Do you work here?
Do
Only
you work
part-time.
Part-time only.
Uh-huh.
I am a biology student at the London University. I attend the same classes as the son of Mr. Montague Dunn.
You can
That
call
is
him
how
Albert,
I found
you
my
know.
chance to work here for part of my thesis, you see. It is a great honor.
Interesting.
How well
here
did
we
you
go.
know Mr. Montague Dunn?
He was a master, a great leader.
Oh dear.
I saw him almost as a spiritual father.
But with dick.
He had an exceptional nature.
Oh yes, indeed. He was always so active and so optimistic and very nice to me. Although he could behave harshly towards his son.
Oh my,
Why
we might have
so?
been right.
He loved his son dearly and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely demanding. Albert, who is naturally shy, suffered because of it.
Okay.
Most of the doors in Kew Gardens are locked. Do you have a key to this room?
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate keys.
No.
He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him.
No.
It is only temporary.
No, it's fucking not.
Thank you, miss. None of the 3 people who work at Kew Gardens know why half of the colonial collection was cleared. So, someone is lying. It is obvious.
Something about the bass in his voice feels like it was way turned up. Maybe it's just my headphones.
Maybe.
Okay, inspect Kew Gardens staff building, gather information, find the plant, find the stolen plants. What do you want from me? Boop, 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 boop. Okay. God, you are fucking insatiable. Boop, boop. Kinda looks like Jacksepticeye.
A little bit.
Slightly.
Angry passenger.
Top of the morning to you, ladies! Oh my god, what do you want from me? I already did everything. Go away!
No, there's more.
The square thing, why is it... Okay, there's... Boop. 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 Okay, it's just... Okay, do I have a clue then, or something?
No, it's ambition poisoning.
Nope. No. Albert wants to
Good,
do right
yeah.
by his dad, it seems. And the guy is obviously
Locked.
fucked up, so
Yeah,
he's
is
been
that
crying
locked?
his ass off.
It's locked. Push it open.
Open! Oh,
The
hello.
seeds of plant species are stored here.
Yes, very good. No.
Check those plants there. You walked right past them.
There is nothing to click on.
I meant the plants against the wall.
Seeds of plant species are stored.
See if those things have anything. No?
No, but
Oh.
apparently they have collision.
Weird.
Oh, hello. A bust! Interesting. Why was this
Mr.
thrown
Dunn.
out? This was thrown
It is
out.
a bust of Montague Dunn.
But why? Oh, ooh.
I am curious if the marble that we found will fit this place.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Here it is. The marble fragment that we found in the colonial collection room is what they have in common.
Okay. Wonderful.
That
So
means one of
someone-
two things. Someone bashing over the head with it,
Or they tried to hide it after it toppled over.
yeah, that, or he landed on the fucking bust.
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in
Or
the
he was
basement.
like carrying his bust and dropped it after, he started dying.
Hello, hello.
A master's degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish. An award presented to Martin Hamish for Best Grower of the Year.
So the man obviously feels entitled to the position because he's worked here a long time, and he's, well, qualified, I suppose.
A thesis written by Martin Hamish.
How to poison a man with flowers.
Hello.
A glasses case. It is empty. This area serves as Martin Hamish's office.
Let us take a shit upon his desk. Holmes, what could that possibly tell us? His reaction, Watson. His reaction is key.
This poster is for an exhibition that Martin Hamish was directing. But it had nothing to do with Kew Gardens.
University of Oxford Garden.
This certificate belongs to Martin Hamish. He won a horticultural competition.
So he's certainly qualified, at the very least.
Yeah.
Wait,
What was that?
I see it. No, god damn it.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
So if he did kill him, he would have a direct line of sight.
Interesting. While still being in the opposite room. And it could easily shut and be like, oh, I couldn't see anything.
Locked.
Open! Wingardium Leviosa! So this is the room that it connects into. God, the fucking frame rate.
The question is, was the glass cleaned before or after the murder?
That's a good question. What am I... Inspect the staff buildings. Okay. God.
Chug, 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 chug.
Choo choo! Chugga lugga 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 lugga. Okay, I don't think we've been in here.
Locked.
Take this! Oh! Ah, hello.
Laboratory table.
What
What bottle
bottle?
trace?
Somebody was cooking up
There was a
some mad
bottle here.
science.
It left behind a trace of the substance that pervaded the laboratory. Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around.
Oh, how curious. Gold dust.
Good heavens.
We want to check out that second drop too.
The gold is almost immune to chemical attacks, so it may be a valuable auxiliary for various experiments.
But why would anyone perform such experiments in a botanical garden?
Several drops of the substance were spilled. The bottle is no longer here, but it is possible to detect a faint
It's time to get
scent.
Toby.
We need a good nose.
That was
So-
a weird, accent he put on there, Oh, we need a good nose.
Ooh, one of the suits is missing.
It appears
Yeah,
as though
we've-
the protective equipment is missing.
Oh,
from
right,
here.
it was being burned.
Yep.
Probably because it had the corrosive
Gloves.
materials on it.
Waterproof aprons. Everything one might need for self-protection.
Do they grow
In the case of a
dangerous
chemical
plants here?
attack. Well, yes. Well, you got certain deadly
Oh.
plants.
I'm missing something still.
Such masks are generally worn when dealing with toxic chemicals.
There we are. Ah?
A botany book. This student's book belongs to Albert. Chemicals, a sufficient quantity for some serious experiments.
Music.
A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is
Edison
quite a
standard
modern
phonograph.
laboratory.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.
Adios.
Sorry.